Everybody wearing their
Got your
red.
red on. Yeah, it would be Charlie's 32nd birthday today. And
32.
it's officially Charlie Kirk's National Remembrance Day. So I hope everybody is remembering him. President Trump is certainly going to be remembering him with a Medal of Freedom that he's going to give him today. Well, he's going to give it to Erica, obviously, on Charlie's behalf. And so that's going to be special. I don't know what time that's happening, but it's happening sometime today. So
Okay.
everybody have your red on. Do we
Yep.
look orange? Brian says we look orange. This is red, I promise. It
Mine
might
is
just be the
mine's a
lighting.
little bit more of an orangey red. It is what it is.
I mean, I feel like
It's
we have the
red.
same red on, but
It's red.
it's
It's
like
just an
we mean it to be red.
yeah, it's red. It's just an orangey red. They're different shades of red.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But the spirit of red is
Mhm.
all up in here.
That's right.
So, all right, we're going to kick things off today with a little segment of
With your face.
Okay.
and who do we have?
Who?
We have well, you sent this to me and I was just like, what is happening to Bradley Cooper's face?
I don't
Like
know. I don't
you
know.
guys, this is just a little piece of an interview that he did. I'm sure he's like in some movie. I don't ever pay attention at this point anymore. But he doesn't look like Bradley Cooper.
You know, she's been a part of it. I was like, you know, I was making A Star Is Born when she was born, and then Meister, she's in, and we shot in New York, and this I shot in New York, and I don't work that much, and each project takes years, so.
Well, I'm sorry, but that is not.
What?
No.
It's like everybody's so smooth and different.
So smooth.
I don't understand it. And it's a guy. Why are guys doing
Right.
this? It's Bradley Cooper, you
mean-
guys. It's Bradley Cooper. Remember him? Remember him? From Such
Does he
Things
look
as
at all
Hangover?
like? Yeah, I
No.
mean, does he look at all like he did from Hangover or Silver
No.
Linings Playbook or any? I mean, it's just.
Mm-mm.
I could not believe that was him. So,
No.
so unfortunately, he is effing with his face.
I don't even know
And
who he's
then-
looking like. Like he's looking like somebody else, and I can't put
You
my
know who it
finger on
is?
it. Who?
The guy with the really weird eyes that creeped me out. That was in that like super long movie that came out at the same time as the Barbie movie about the atomic bomb.
Cillian Murphy?
Is that his name? What is
that
it?
his name? Is it Cillian Murphy? You know what I'm talking about? Cillian Murphy?
Yes.
Cillian Murphy?
He's
I
got
feel like
a
I just-
weird name like
I
that.
just read your mind. I think,
Yeah.
I think that's who, because that's who he's kind of looking like. What is
Yeah.
that? Cillian
I just-
Murphy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
My dog will
I
bite
don't-
your booty. That's a great name, by the way. It's a great name. God, I love our community. Ugh.
So anyway, that is one. Now, it shouldn't come as any surprise whatsoever that any member of the Kardashian family gets,
Yeah.
I mean, that they F with their face. It goes without saying. But Kris
Mhm.
Jenner had a plastic surgery earlier in the year. I don't think we talked about it. If we did, we didn't talk about it enough because this is amazing. Like I mean, like this that it's ridiculous. Like you guys, she's almost 70. She's going to be 70 years old next month. And
Yeah.
look at her. That picture on the right is
Here's the thing though, like if her face looks like that, that's great that you could pay a surgeon to do that. Like good for you. Bravo. You got like crap tons of money that you can do that. But then take your clothes off. Let's see your body. You know what I mean?
I'm sure
It's
she's
not-
worked on that too.
I'm just going to say it's not going to match the face. No matter, seriously, that's a lot of upkeep. Like you're going to have to pinch a lot, do a lot, talk a lot. I'm just saying there's
But
just
they
no way.
do. They just do.
It's freaking
And
weird,
then,
you
I mean,
guys.
so, okay, so then she's going to be 80. And then, you know, if she's blessed, maybe she'll be 90.
90.
And she's going to look like that. Like, that doesn't make sense.
That's what
You know
I'm
I
saying.
mean?
It's just weird. And her grandkids are going to be like, is this, it's just not normal. It's not normal. I'm sad. I'm sad for this generation of young girls who see this and think this is what aging is. It's not aging. Like it just makes me sad because it's such an expectation that they have to do this when they don't have, $400 gajillion in the bank to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. It really
And actually,
sucks.
I'm glad you said that because we have a short little video from one of those like entertainment news shows that talks about the cost of this particular surgery. And it was a facelift, which, by the way, it was her second. So she already had a facelift some years ago, and now she did it again. Listen to
The 69-year-old momager has always been hot, but she's really been turning heads after debuting her fresh-faced look earlier this year, after undergoing a facelift rumored to have cost at least $150,000.
Oh my God.
With your face.
just don't, you guys. Just stop.
I mean, just don't. Right. No, somebody said everything is fake now. Everything is fake. It's like it's not just the internet, it's social media. Social media has made everything just freaking fake.
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 It's all fake.
Ugh.
It is so just disturbing and weird, you guys. But you know what's not fake? This Ruff
That's
Greens.
right. Ruff Greens
It's
is not
real,
fake. It's real
nutrition for your dogs.
It's true. It's real and it's green and it's spectacular is what it is, you guys. It's true. My dogs love it. They absolutely love it. Bear and Theo and Coda, they all love it. Bear and Theo like it the best. Coda is he's just kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Like we love him, but he's just dumb. He'll eat whatever you put in front of him. But Bear and Theo, they're like, they are obsessed with this. They're obsessed with Ruff Greens, you guys. And I told you yesterday that Bear, it takes him 3 business days to eat his food. It's because he is savoring it. I'm pretty sure. I'd like to think that this is what he does, but it's made a huge difference. Energy, coat, overall health, digestion. It brightens their eyes. It makes them have more energy. It's really good for supporting digestion and immunity. It was created by naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. The stuff is a bomb. If you're not giving it to your dogs, you really should be, because they get shinier coats, less scratching if they have all the scratchies. And it's just really, really good for them. It gives them a leg up on just living a really healthy life. So get your doggo some Ruff Greens. Do it. Start today with the free Jumpstart bag at roughchicks.com. Use promo code CHICKS. Just pay for shipping. That's all you have to do. roughchicks.com. Promo code CHICKS. Do it.
And don't forget, it works for kitty cats too. They have
That's right.
meow greens for
They
kitty
do
cats.
have meow greens. They do. Mhm.
So don't forget. All right, we got to recap the extraordinary historic day yesterday. Of course, while we were doing our show yesterday, President Trump was giving his speech at the Knesset. So we're going to recap a little bit of some of that since we were obviously not able to during the show yesterday. And we mentioned that there was this huge gathering that Ivanka spoke at and that Jared Kushner spoke at that was taking place in Hostage Square. And now officially that square has been renamed Freed Square. So I just kind of love that.
That
You
is
know what I
really,
mean?
really neat. Yes, I love
Isn't
it.
it neat? I just love that too.
Yeah.
So as we mentioned yesterday, Bibi spoke first, and he obviously introduced President Trump. And I just wanted to play a couple clips from him because he talked about, maybe it's just me and I'm like reading too much into it, but I felt like so much of what he said was such a dig at President Biden and how utterly useless he was. And it was not because he mentioned Biden by name, but simply because of the way that he praised President Trump. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Here's a little bit of Bibi.
Just at that point of maximum pressure on Israel, a man named Donald J. Trump was elected President of the United States.
Look at Trump's face. He's like, that's right.
And ladies and gentlemen, overnight, everything changed. Everything.
That's right.
Everything changed from the
Mr.
horror that
President,
it was.
Thanks to your unequivocal backing of Israel, we secured a second hostage deal within weeks of your election. And in the months that followed, we worked closely together to forge a path to bring the remaining hostages home and end the war.
I mean, it's pretty extraordinary, really.
Yeah, and people are saying that Biden's trying to take credit. People that that actually liked Biden. You know, Democrats are trying to say that Biden had a hand in it. Oh,
Yeah, that he laid the groundwork.
okay. All right.
I mean, come on. Anybody who watched any of yesterday could see how Trump like held court wherever he went.
Totally.
People respond to him because he is a force of nature.
Yeah,
And
come
there is
on.
no other leader like him. There never will be. And trying to say that Biden had any kind of hand
No.
in any of this is
If you were
so
alive
absurd
during
that
the
I don't
Biden
even know how anybody takes it
Right.
seriously.
If you're alive during the Biden presidency, you know he had nothing to do with this. He was he was a pen.
Exactly.
That's what he was.
And then, of course, Bibi also spoke about the amazing friendship between the United States and Israel, but particularly about President Trump being the greatest friend to Israel that has ever been. And there was something about just watching this part of Bibi's speech where I just kept thinking, I love that Candace Owens has to watch this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
it's
love
exploding.
how much it makes her seethe to hear this.
Donald Trump is the greatest friend that the state of Israel has ever had in the White House.
She was pacing, jumping up and down, screaming, crying. And I love it. It's great.
Yeah, because she's not like actually doing vacation like a normal person.
No. Oh, God, no.
I don't know this guy's name, but the leader of the opposition party in the Israel parliament or the Knesset or whatever, he also spoke just ahead of Trump. And interestingly, he was talking about how snowed pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas, all the college campus, Columbia idiots, all of those people, how snowed they have been. And so it was interesting to hear from an opposition leader saying, this was never, and it has never been a genocide.
To all those who demonstrated against Israel these past 2 years, on the streets of London and Rome, in Paris and in Columbia University. I do not represent the government. As you know, I am the leader of the opposition. And I tell you, then, you were deceived. You were deceived. Propaganda experts, funded by terror money, manipulated you. Now that the war has stopped, you have time and a chance to go and learn the facts. The truth is, there was no genocide, no intentional starvation.
Yeah.
I can't believe it requires saying, but
Yeah, they still are doing that. There are still people that are saying that. We have people in our comments every day that are still saying that.
what
God
in the
help
world?
them. You know?
So how does that work exactly when 95% of the population is fine? Like Israel are the worst genociders on record then,
Yeah.
because
If
that's
they
just
wanted-
so absurd.
And I still contend if they wanted to produce a genocide, if they wanted to cause, they could do it.
They could do it in hours. They could
Right.
level the entire place
They can
in
make it
a matter of
parking-
hours.
They can make it a parking lot if they wanted
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
But that's just it. They don't want to. They've never
Mm-hmm.
wanted to. The people who are saying that are completely retarded. I'm sorry.
No, it's absolutely true. And
Sorry, not
there was so much conditional, like this is great with conditions. I saw that like yesterday. I was looking around on my socials and everything yesterday, and I have a friend, we have a mutual friend actually, who's become a liberal. And he was like, the peace agreement's great. I give Trump credit for this. And I was like, oh, look at him. He's given credit to Trump. That's so great. And then it was like, wah, 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 wah. Because like within 2 seconds, he wrote like
Why?
four follow-up paragraphs about how immigration is bad. But
Oh, for
immigration is
crying out
bad.
loud.
Because they cannot give him credit. They just can't. It's like they cannot bring themselves to give credit where credit is due. And these people have such severe TDS. And so I was gonna be like, oh, good for you. You're giving, and you can't give him credit. Okay. So you just move it along. I'm just moving it along. Yeah.
That's just so sad.
It is sad because he does deserve
ridiculous.
credit for this. He does. He is trying to, he is a peacemaker. And people who are actually, especially, I know we're going to be talking about the No Kings protest and everything, but people who are trying to say that he is some sort of dictator or autocrat or whatever, they're out of their freaking minds.
I know. It's such a stupid narrative.
It
And
is.
and we will get to that, but the fact that they're estimating 10 million people participating in this ridiculous march. I cannot believe that we share the country with that many stupid people. I'm just so disillusioned by it.
Are they really though? Because haven't they tried this like a million times before? Haven't they tried these No Kings rallies?
They have, but I guess this one is super well funded. Data Republican on Twitter did a huge expose about how all the money leads back to Soros.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so
yeah.
when you've got all these different separate organizations combining forces with that kind of funding, it's expected to be really big. Now, maybe it'll be a flop, but I doubt it. I think we all just need to be prepared for the fact that we do share the country with a lot of idiots, which is sad. And they're probably people who don't even bother to prepare for disasters, which you should with Readywise.
She's the queen of segues, you guys. You know, it's hurricane season. It is hurricane season, right? What are hurricane seasons there? Like what are the months?
It's July through November, allegedly. But September, October are typically the worst. And I mean, crossing fingers, so far so good right now.
They call it Hurricane Alley, right? Isn't that where you are? Are you in Hurricane Alley? Is that wrong? I feel like that's right.
I feel like there's a tornado alley, but I don't know that there's a hurricane alley. Because the hurricane, like think about it, they go from the Gulf all the way up to North Carolina.
They need to have a name for
alley.
They need to have a name for what it is, like a hurricane basket. She's in the hurricane basket. Anyways, it's this time of the year for that weird weather, and the vulnerability causes all sorts of storms. I know she's had some storms, and if you don't have an emergency or disaster kit, you in danger. You in danger, girl. You need to have one, and it's peace of mind. Like I know you're freaked out about the grid mock, and for me, it's a real deal here in Texas because we're known for our grid issues. We have a generator, but we also have an emergency supply kit ready to go in case the crap hits the fan. We are ready. And you can build a disaster supply kit with Readywise. They have a 72-hour emergency food kit, and it has balanced freeze-dried meals with a shelf life of up to 25 years, which is great. You just need some water to make the meals. And it's about 2,000 calories per day to keep your family nourished during emergencies, which is awesome. And they have a 1-month food supply bundle if you need longer term needs. Also great. Everything is packed in airtight containers to protect freshness and then that 25-year longevity. So visit readywise.com today. Use code CHICKS10 for 10% off your order, you guys. Build that emergency food supply today with Readywise. Do it. Readywise.com, 10% off, code CHICKS10.
Do it.
Yes.
I loved the moment during President Trump's speech yesterday when he took a beat to commend Marco Rubio, who deserves every accolade.
He does.
I mean, I cannot get over how effective he has been in this role. Here is Trump talking about that.
I have a prediction that Marco will go down, I mean this, as the greatest Secretary of State in the history of the United States. I believe that. I believe
See how proud he is.
And he and I, you know, we really fought it out. You remember, he was tough. He was nasty. Who the hell thought this was going to happen, Marco, right? And now I'm saying he's going to go down as the greatest. He will. He was always smart and sharp, and people respect him.
I mean, I love that. That's so
know.
Trump. It's so Trump. They fight, they duke it out, and then he's like, okay, let's shake. Now let's be on the same team. You're awesome. And then he gives accolades where accolades are due. And he has worked his ass off, that guy.
He's got like 7 jobs.
Oh my gosh. And he's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we were able to meet him. He's the real deal.
Yeah. I mean, what a
Good
what
guy,
a story. What a
right?
team. You know? Like
Right?
this is just the dream
It
team.
is. Mhm.
Truly. President Trump also talked about the fact that I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but don't F with Israel, okay? It's never going to turn out well.
A fierce Israeli resolve and triumph since October 7th should be proof to the entire world that those who seek to destroy this nation are doomed to bitter failure. The state of Israel is strong, and it will live and thrive forever.
Damn straight.
Yeah, take that, Candace. I would have loved so much if he actually would have said, don't F with Israel. Like if we would have said the words, that would have made me really happy. Or just FAFO, because that's what happens. You just don't do it. Stop it.
I mean, This is a culture and a community of people that have withstood. I just can't. They just are survivors. You know,
Right.
they are
And you know
true
what?
survivors.
That's why I love them. That's why Americans can identify with them. That's why good Americans can identify with them. You know, is because I feel like we're resilient too. We're like that too. People will come after. They're always going to come after the winners. You know what I mean?
That's true, because they want to tear them down. That's right.
Right.
Trump also brought up, he was remembering how Hillary Clinton, although yesterday we played a clip of her, you know, providing Trump the credit that he's due, which was fine. But back in the day, she used to warn people when they were running against each other. She used to warn people that he was a warmonger, that he only wanted war. And I mean, this is a guy who has now stopped 8 wars in what, 9 months?
9 months.
And so he brought that up yesterday as well.
When you settle 8 wars in 8 months, that means you don't like war. Everyone thought I was going to be brutal. In fact, I remember Hillary Clinton during a debate, she said, look at him, he's going to go to war with everybody. And actually, she said, he's got a personality that's all about war. No, and my personality actually is all about stopping wars, and it seems to work. Seems to work.
Yeah. Suck it, Hills.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And then we mentioned the moment yesterday that there was a protest. There was a couple of the opposition members who decided to be like, Palestine, whatever. And this is the moment. I thought, in case you guys missed it, here is the moment that they got dragged out.
It's like, what do we do with our hands? Palestine. What?
I loved Trump's reaction to it, because you guys remember how everything was wrong, and the setup was wrong, the escalators were wrong, the teleprompters, everything was wrong at the United Nations. But at the Knesset, they've got things under control, and Trump remarked about that. Here is the moment.
Please
Get him
expel
out.
this Knesset member. Please expel this Knesset member. Expel Knesset member Kasif out of the hall. Please expel him immediately.
I love how everybody's like, get the hell out.
Sorry for that, Mr. President.
I love it.
His face.
That was very efficient.
I love it. Oh my God. What a greasy bohunk is what we call that.
This was a really cool thing too. We showed the Tel Aviv beach side, like the amazing, you know, thing that they put on the beach with his profile and like the thank you and the hostages coming home. When Air Force One landed at the airport, the greeting from air traffic control was really, really lovely too. Here is what that sounded like.
Air Force One, this is Ben Gurion Tower. Welcome to the State of Israel, Mr. President. Your visit carries deep meaning for our people in these times. Thank you for our friendship and the unbreakable bond between our nations. God bless America, God bless Israel, and the friendship between our peoples.
And thank you very much, Air Force One.
That is so sweet.
Cool.
Isn't that
right?
sweet? I know. It's like, I know, like, leave it to chicks to be like, oh.
I know, we're like such saps about all of it.
We were like flying the plane to be like, oh my God, thank you. Thanks. Listen, we have a fruit basket in the back. Hold on. We brought Kim. It's such a chick thing to like recognize that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is.
Leave it to Hamas to immediately like renege on the whole deal. So again, we talked a little bit yesterday about how it's fine to be cautiously optimistic that this is all going to work out great, but we're dealing with terrorists and terrorists are going to terrorist. And so there was word yesterday that Hamas said it's only going to release 4 bodies of hostages that it murdered in captivity out of 28 8. And so obviously the families of those hostages are saying this is a breach of the deal. Hello. And we expect some action to be taken. Now, what that action will be, I have no idea, but we can expect more of this, unfortunately.
Yeah, because they want to bury, because they have religious burial. They have ways of doing that. And so that was part of the deal. And so if they're not going to honor that, they can suck all the bowls. You know what I mean?
I mean, at this point, they have, other than those fallen bodies, they have no leverage. And so at this point, you know, Israel can absolutely go right back in there and start tearing shit up. You know what I mean? Because they also signed a deal and they have to meet the ends of their deal as well. And so now that they don't have living hostages as leverage, Lyle Culpepper made this video.
Hey hosties, what a 2 years it's been, am I right? A lot of memories. I know you guys are all excited to go see your families and everything. A little bit of an oversight on my part. I realized if we let everybody go, then Hamas doesn't really have any more leverage, and there's a little bit of a power imbalance, which is something I learned about in an HR meeting recently. So we are asking for volunteers for some of the hostages to go back into Gaza. To show hands, we need like 10 to 15 volunteers to maybe go back in so we can kind of level the playing field, make it fair. So was that a hand? No, there was a stretch? Okay. Anybody? Yeah, just need like 10 volunteers to go back in. Anybody? Bueller.
No.
Bueller. Bath time is at Ridgemont High. Nobody. Okay, well, didn't hurt to ask.
I just love him so much.
I know, I do too. He's the greatest.
Oh my gosh. So after that amazing part of the day, I mean, the hostages were released, Trump spoke at the Knesset, and then immediately got on a plane to Egypt, where they also signed, you know, those countries also signed on to this multi-country ceasefire agreement. And so ahead of the summit in Egypt, Trump was asked, I think it was even by Peter Doocy, if I'm not mistaken, about whether there was any truth to the rumor that there could be a deal made with Iran. And here is what Trump said.
We're talking about a possible Iran peace deal. You said, we are ready when you are. Is that the ultimate goal with today's signing, to get enough?
Not Iran, but I think Iran will come along. They've been battered and bruised, and you know they need some help. They have big sanctions, as you know, tremendous sanctions. I'd love to take the sanctions off when they're ready to talk. I know so many Iranian people. They're great people. They're smart, great people, engineers, lawyers. I mean, they're academics, but they took a big hit, and frankly, if we didn't hit them with the nuclear, I don't think you would have been able to have this incredible, this deal, this once-in-a-lifetime deal. Nobody's ever seen anything like what's happening today. And countries have all come together, all different countries. Some liked each other, some didn't, most didn't. And they've all come together. Every country has come together. And by the way, Iran did put out a statement, you know, that they support this deal very wholeheartedly. So that was in itself something. But no, I think they want to. That's all I do in my life. I make deals.
He's right about that. He is the deal maker. Yeah.
Right? This is just, it was amazing.
And I loved watching him get up on the stage yesterday. He's like, and we've got Spain here. Hey, Spain, come on. You know, hey, we got he's just like talking about all the different countries. And it's like he addressed people by their countries and he's assembling everybody. And he is like the master deal maker. It was so fun to watch that yesterday.
Yeah. And one of the folks from our team sent a video of just all of these different world leaders so excited, standing in line to get like their side-by-side picture with President Trump. That wasn't happening for any other leader. I mean, that wasn't happening for the Egyptian president or whatever you call their leader. I mean, it was the Trump show, and every single world leader knew that that was the man of the hour. They all wanted to be around him. They all wanted to talk to him, to shake his hand. And I was probably most amazed to see the moment where he actually met with the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas. That was extraordinary to me.
Yeah.
Like, Trump is amazing.
I know, right? He's the ringleader. He is he is in charge. He is in command of the situation. This is the thing. I mean, you cannot dispute that.
Yeah. Large and in charge.
Yep. Yep.
And as we mentioned, Trump has assembled quite the dream team. And that dream team obviously includes RFK Jr. I finally had a chance to watch that RFK
What'd you think?
Senior. Oh my God. I mean, from Angel Studios, you guys, and my husband said the same thing. Best documentary that we've ever seen.
Right? That's how I feel too. And I have seen a lot of Angel Studios films, but like, it's not just the best Angel Studios. It's like one of the best documentaries I've ever seen ever. It's my favorite so far because I'm a documentary girl and I figured, I'm going to like it, but I loved this one. It was so good. Well, and I thought I knew stuff about RFK and RFK Jr., but then I learned so much about both of them in this, and it's cinematic and it's fresh and it has tons of pictures and videos in there that I've never seen before and information I had never known before. It's produced by Oliver and Sean Stone. There's just tons of stuff in there. You guys will love this. If you're history buffs or if you just want to learn more about RFK Jr., you definitely need to check this out. So it's called RFK Legacy is the name of it. And it's on Angel Studios. You should become an Angel Guild member and you can stream it, RFK Legacy. You can stream it today and join the conservative film and entertainment movement because that's what they're all about, is providing really great conservative based content for families, for people like us, for, anybody that wants to have content that's just not crap. There's so much crap out there, honestly, that I can't put on the screen in my living room and have people walk by. There's so much of it. Like Netflix, I don't want that. It's gross, So Angel Studios is the greatest if you want to have family-friendly content that is good, that has substance, especially this. And this documentary is just, it's awesome, you guys. You need to check it out. Head to angel.com/chicks, join, and then claim all your perks. That's angel.com/chicks. So good.
Everything they do is so good.
Yeah, it really is.
They don't mess up over there.
Yep.
They're just really, really, really good.
Yep.
Another extraordinary moment from yesterday was when the Pakistani prime minister to say that he complimented Trump is like such an understatement. He showered President Trump with praise. It was really extraordinary. Here is a little bit of that.
For his outstanding, extraordinary contributions to first stop war between India and Pakistan and then achieve ceasefire along with his very wonderful team. And today, again, I would like to nominate this great president for Nobel Peace Prize because I genuinely feel that he is the most genuine and most wonderful candidate for Peace Prize because he has brought not only peace in South Asia, saved millions of people, their lives. And today, here in Sharm el-Sheikh, achieving peace in Gaza is saving millions of lives in the Middle East. Mr. President, I would like to salute you for your exemplary leadership, visionary leadership. And I think that you are the man this world needed most at this point in time. World would always remember you as a man who did everything, went out of the way to stop 7 and today 8 wars.
Amazing.
Maloney was in the background going, yeah, I mean, it's true.
Like, it's hard to argue with any of that.
She's like, I mean, he's kind of hot, a little hot. Yeah, that's the blonde. This is Scorpio. That's Maloney. My daughter was like, who's, the Italian prime minister. She was like, who's that lady in the background? I was like, she's 48 years old. She's running Italy. That's Maloney. And she was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's kind of cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And so there was the moment, which always happens whenever Trump and Macron greet each other, where they play this game of who is going to squeeze the other person's hand harder. I don't understand how Macron's hands aren't broken at this point, but here is what that looked like, narrated by Fox.
It's usually a flak jacket and a helmet, so an interesting change. As we see the president there with the French President Macron in Sharm el-Sheikh, the leaders of some 35 countries, according to the president, gathering there for a peace summit. Now, there is a bro shake. If ever I've slipped, we won't let go. Okay, you let go. No, I'm going to let go. All right.
I love it. He also mocked him for being an attention whore. Did you hear that? When he wasn't on the stage with him, you know, like Maloney's in the background, all those other people, like Keir Starmer's up there. That guy's a douche. Yeah. And like, they're all up on stage and he wasn't. He was like, oh, I guess, you know, Macron's probably behind me. And he's like, oh, he's not. He goes, you know, I'm surprised by that because usually you like the attention, basically. Like he mocked him for being a usual attention whore and he wasn't up there. I thought that was really funny. Yeah. So there was like some bro kidding too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And there was the moment too where Keir Starmer, like Trump sort of said, and here's Keir. And Keir Starmer came up and thought he was going to get a chance to speak. And Trump's like, just, no, you go back back to your spot.
Right. Troll. Yeah.
And so then came the moment where the Egyptian leader and President Trump were signing their the documents of, you know, this whole ceasefire thing. And Trump said, this has been 3,000 years in the making.
This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up too. It's going to hold up.
I hope so. I really hope so.
And then this happened. The Order of the Nile was presented to President Trump by the president of Egypt. This is the country's highest state honor. And by the way, he also received Israel's country's highest state honor. And just reading the description of it, it's a collar made of solid gold covered in pharaonic engravings representing wealth and endurance, protection from evil, and prosperity brought by the Nile. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That is freaking cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'd wear it.
I mean, it's really pretty.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd totally wear that a lot. Yeah.
Can you get one of those on Amazon?
I know, right? Where can you buy that? There's going to be takeoffs on Amazon. Yeah.
And then the reason for my name today is because Mike Pence, I thought, now I know people have all the feelings about Mike Pence, and obviously he and Trump are not simpatico any longer. But given that, I thought that his statement on X was really, really perfect. Because if you are a person who doesn't like Trump, you still should be able to say how extraordinary yesterday was.
Without condition. Without condition. Right.
And I thought Mike Pence did that really well. If you want to read this.
All 20 living hostages are home thanks to the steadfast leadership of President Donald Trump. And I join voices across America, Israel, and around the world commending our president for bringing us to this historic day. Mr. President, your relentless pursuit of peace and steadfast support for Israel brought about this day of joy and relief for Israeli families and all who have suffered in the aftermath of the terrorist attack by Hamas on October 7th. Thanks to your leadership, the people of Israel and the Middle East are now on the path to what we pray will be a just and lasting peace. God bless you, President Donald Trump. We also give thanks for Prime Minister Netanyahu and the courageous IDF. This peace would not have been possible without your unwavering pursuit of Hamas following the horrific attack of October 7th. Your courage and sacrifice made Israel more secure and brought us to this historic day. That was nice. It was very nice. Yeah, it was pitch perfect. It was. You know, his wife is just like hating that. It's like, did you have to say anything at all?
And that's the thing. Like, he did. You know what I mean? And I give
agreed.
him all the props for that. I thought this was
No, I agree.
exactly what he should have said.
It's what all liberals should be saying right now. Well, I say, I'm not saying that Mike Pence is a liberal. I don't really know what he is at this point, but it's what all liberals should be saying right now. They should all be saying this exact sentiment.
Yep. There were so many that just like said, you know, I'm really glad that this happened today without naming President Trump, without giving him a shred of credit.
Right.
It was just, it's despicable, really. And then when you think about, I mean, just the energy that this man has is freaking off the charts, especially when you compare him to the former president. Biden was so useless and took a nap by 2 every day.
Yeah, as a lid.
Trump, in 36 hours. I mean, just to think about what that looked like. Well, 24 hours. The hostages were freed. As they were freed, and then there's this list of things, flew to Israel, spoke to the press, met with Israeli leaders, spoke to the press, met with the families of the hostages, delivered an hour-long speech at the Knesset, did an interview, flew to Egypt, met with that president, spoke to the press, took photos, chatted individually with a whole bunch of different world leaders, signed the deal, delivered another speech, met privately with more world leaders, and then flew back. And today he's going to be honoring Charlie Kirk. The man does not stop.
Right. And there are people on the left who are saying, I mean, like, there are podcasters and just jackholes on the left who are like, he has dementia. They're trying.
Oh my God.
This is what they're trying to spin that bull crap. This is what they're doing. They're just out of their minds, you know?
Yeah. They really are. I mean,
shut up.
Like, how do you even look at that list? And it exhausts me to look at it. Truly. Well, like, there's no way. It sounds like a lot of work.
And they'll try to spin that. These are the same people that are quadruple boosted. Shut up. Take all the seats.
Yeah, these are the people that are too stupid to even protect their data online like they should with Webroot.
Idiots. Do you not know any better? Seriously.
Especially, why would you not use the company that like the big dogs use, you know?
Yeah. Did you guys know that October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month? Everything has a month.
I did not know that.
And October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So people could get the cyber scaries because there's all sorts of like scary people out there on the web. And Webroot's great because they provide really wonderful plans. They have all-in-one plans for individuals. They have stuff for families. So like if you're getting an individual plan, you get 1 identity up to 5 devices. And then for families, you get up to 10 identities and 10 devices. So they have real-time antivirus blocks, built-in firewalls, integrated password manager, system optimizer, stuff that I just don't understand, but I have it. Because I don't want people messing with my data online. I want to make sure that I'm protected because it's like having insurance out there. You have insurance for your car. You have insurance for you have renter's insurance or house insurance. You want to have insurance online. And that's precisely what this is. So make sure that you are protected. Get 60% off. That's 60, you guys, off of Webroot Total Protection. This is what the professionals use, like Mock said. Webroot Total Protection at webroot.com/chicks. That's 60% off, but only through webroot.com/chicks. You got to do it through us, okay? So it's webroot.com/chicks. Do
it. So I love reunions. And the hostage reunion video, I could not get enough of them yesterday. And I cry every time I see them. And so I'm getting tissue because I'm going to cry again. But we're going to have a bit of a montage and we'll chitty chat through it. But there's something about, it's not just the visuals, it's the hearing of the cries.
Yeah, the screams
especially,
and the cries.
Oh my God. Some of them, like there's the one father who was paralyzed who was like, I'm going to make it my mission to stand and greet my son when he comes home and say, I love you. Right. And so, I mean, oh my God.
It's like the guttural emotion of these people. Right.
I just can't, you guys. So we're going to have a little montage. And if you've missed some of them, you shouldn't, because they were all so beautiful and touching. And here we go. That's a married couple. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine, no. I cannot imagine.
כבוד לך על הכל, אני גאה בך, את לוחמת, את לוחמת, זהו, שי צחוק. אני לא מאמין.
ברוך אתה אדוני, שהגיענו לזמן הזה. אמן.
God, 2 years.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Oh, that dad crying. Oh my God.
The dad. My God.
יש לך שתי ידיים, שתי רגליים.
Oh my God.
It's like you just can't even believe it. That would be me. I would be doing all the jumping. That's a mama and her boy.
חיים שלי, אתה אלוף גיבור, כפרה עליך.
There's the dad that was paralyzed.
Oh my God.
Someone said the moms are killing me, but the dads for me, oh God. And when they put the kippah on his head, oh my God. And this was the guy that had to dig his own grave. You remember all the images?
Oh my God, yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's amazing that he's alive. Like, truly.
It is truly remarkable.
I don't know who he's seeing right there, but apparently he and his kindergarten friend were prisoners at the same time.
Oh my
so
God.
Their reunion, oh my God, you'll see that next.
God, I'm just so glad that I'm glad he made it. I'm so glad he made it.
Yeah, so this was they'd been friends since kindergarten. And so here's when they saw each other. Ugh.
Somebody said that that maybe they should have been private moments, but I'm glad that they weren't.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that they weren't.
They'll probably want to see this later.
Totally.
Now this dad, I don't know what it was about this dad that I just lost it. Oh my God. Because the build-up, right? Like he's standing out there. He knows he's going to see him.
Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ברוך אתה, אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. לשמחה, חיים שלי, האור שלי.
The dads, man.
Ugh, the dads.
I know, right? The dads. I just cannot.
And then this sweet
Right.
man, whose two daughters are so young, they don't have memory of him. So he's going to be spending a lot of time like getting to know them, letting them get to know him. And it's just, God, 2 years is a lifetime, you know?
I know. He lost 2 years of their lives.
Oh my gosh. And then the one that I just was waiting and waiting and waiting for was that couple, Noah and her partner, what's his name? Avinatan. That you remember that you can't forget the image of her being dragged away on a motorcycle
Yes.
and him standing behind. And she was released, she was in captivity, but was released last summer. And this was the reunion that I just was so, so, so excited about. Like I could not wait for it. Here's his parents. And he's so thin. Oh my gosh.
So thin.
אני עשיתי אותו. אני עשיתי אותו לבן. וואי וואי וואי. ברוך אתה אלוהים. نور جماني حبيبتك حبيبي خلاص.
I need for them to get married immediately and have a zillion babies. That's
They
what I
do,
said on Twitter
right?
yesterday.
They do. They
'cause
need to have. They absolutely do. Look how
guys.
precious. They're absolutely
I
precious,
mean,
right?
Can you even?
Oh my
Can
God.
you even?
Right.
Okay, so concludes the emotional part of our show.
Right.
Because now we need to show a little bit about the bullet that we dodged. Just a reminder of what Kamala Harris said during her debate with Donald Trump about foreign policy.
Very well known that Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy.
Girl. Oh my goodness. Scotchy scotch scotch. Yeah. How's that working out for you, Kamala?
Imagine?
Uh-huh.
It's just what in the world? She's
Uh-huh.
so stupid. So I think that she's really going to make another run for president, which is absolutely fantastic.
Oh my God, please. Please, God, let it happen. Please, Jesus. I hope it does. Because her talking about that with JD, which I'm assuming
my
JD
God.
will be the, please, God, let that happen. That would be such a gift. A
But
wonderful gift.
it would also be kind of a gift to watch her go through the primary process and get utterly destroyed again.
Yes.
'Cause
Yes.
she
I mean,
would.
this is all of it would be such a gift to us. I think we've earned that. Haven't we?
I do too.
I
do
love it.
too.
We've earned it. Please make
So
it happen.
Don Lemon is a huge fanboy of Kamala's, and they met. I don't even probably at one of her book tour stops, which I
Shocking
guess
to me.
people are attending. Which I'm like, what? Whatever.
This is why
But
this is why she could actually run, Mock, is because there are
Right.
people on the left like him who think she's wonderful. It's hysterical.
And they're encouraging it. I mean, it's crazy, but
Mhm.
just listen to the fawning, you guys. It's so gross.
Told us, not that you tried to tell us, you told us that he was going to turn, the police or the military on citizens.
I predicted almost all of it. There's a No King's
really?
Day march happening about a week from today. I think people are going to come out in big numbers, multi-generational, coming out to say that we know that we deserve better and we want more of our government than the weaponization of the rule of law. We want more than the corruption, the callousness, and frankly the incompetence we're seeing come out of the White House.
Yeah. Well, Madam Vice President, let me just tell you, I'm so happy with what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. And this is the energy. I hope you know this is the energy that people love. Everyone says, I don't want to be disrespectful. This is the Kamala that we want. You're hearing that, and I'm sure you're feeling it. Yeah.
It's good. Look, I love our people, all of our people in every shape, size and form, every
What
color,
do I do with my
every
hand?
region.
Yeah.
Now is the time for the people to remember their power.
And thank you for respecting and being so welcoming to independent media and journalists and streamers.
Of course, I think
It's really-
you're where it's at.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're
okay.
where it's at.
You're where it's at.
So ridiculous. You know, he's such a perfect example of somebody who was, I'm not saying he was in the middle, okay, but he was somewhat reasonable. Hear me out. I know it's hard to even think that right now because he is a complete loon at this point. But back in like 2013, 2012, 2013, because we've been around a while, you know, and we went on a show in 2014. And
he was nice.
He was nice to us. He was nice. There is no way on God's green earth that man would ever be nice to us now. If he just saw our name, which he saw our name in 2014, he saw our book. That's what we're doing as a book tour. He would be awful to us now. I mean, like mean-spirited, just vindictive, terrible. He is just so ridden with TDS like so many other people. He's such a case study in what happens to these people. Like their brains decay and they just become these horrific versions of their former selves. And he's such a perfect example of that. He's so far gone that he's now like interviewing guys who are like the other day, he interviewed some guy that was just talking about these awful things, talking about killing people and, you know, just horrible, horrible things. And he's just like, yeah, it's great. He gives platforms to people who are awful, just awful.
Yeah.
And he's okay with it. And he would have never done that. I really believe that in my heart. I don't think he would have done that like in 2010. And it's because
He has changed a lot.
yeah. And it's because Trump broke him. Like so many of these other people, Trump broke him. These people are weak, y'all. They're just weak.
But again, the more fawning over Kamala, the more I laugh. And Mark Kelly was just asked by Kristen Welker if Kamala would be a good 2028 candidate. And this is what he said.
Do you think that Kamala Harris would be a strong candidate in 2028?
Candidate? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, she
my
was
God.
she was the nominee last time. I think
You would
she'd
encourage her to run?
I think she would be incredibly strong.
Oh my God, make it happen. Please.
Do they learn nothing?
No. This is why they still are like Trump, 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 Trump. They don't learn anything. These people are the R word. They are that. They just,
you can say it.
They're all retarded, you guys, all of them.
So No King's Day is, I guess, Saturday, because it's the 18th of October. And so they're predicting 10 million people will be participating in these No King Day rallies all over the country. These are, of course, funded by George Soros. And here's George Conway to tell you all about it.
Authoritarianism. It's a cancer. The symptoms are here. Today, masked agents grabbing people off the streets, the government threatening and prosecuting political opponents, attacks on free speech, soldiers in our cities. We thought it couldn't happen here. Other places? Sure. Italy in the 20s, where fascism was born. Chile, Russia, Venezuela, Hungary. And now, the disease is growing. The cancer metastasizing in America. Now. But there's a cure. It requires you. On October 18, at the nationwide No Kings protests, Americans will stand up peacefully for what makes America, America. Scan the QR code to find your local No Kings event. Show them you're not afraid. Do it for the country, for the Constitution, for your family, for yourself. Do it for your freedom while you still can.
God, he's so gross. He just makes my skin crawl.
I know.
Do fascists stop 8 wars? Just a question. Do they do that?
I feel like that's not typically part of their MO. I mean,
right.
It seems
just putting that out
unusual.
there. And then also when you go to the No Kings website, and we've also talked about this, we talked about this a little earlier in today's show, you're going to find like 100 partners listed for supporting this No Kings bullshit. And Soros is like the head of the snake, right?
Mhm.
He's the big snake. So when they talk about autocracy and no kings, who's their king? Their king is Soros.
Right.
That's who it is. They have a king. Hello.
And they all fall in line.
They totally do. He's the king. He's your king, you losers. Oh my God.
Well, there's at least, you'd sent me this video yesterday of this woman who thinks that the media and all of us are terrified of this rally. I don't even understand how this occurs in someone's brain, but take a listen.
If you have noticed, the news cycle over the last week has been even worse than before. It just seems to be escalating. And I truly believe it's partly because they're seeing how many marches are being organized all around the country and around the world on October 18th. They are lashing out in fear because they see all the opposition from people. They are lashing out because they're not getting what they want. They are terrified because there are more of us than there are of them. And more people are waking up and saying that they are against this regime. So this week, try to find something that brings you calm, recharges your energy, because we need all of our voices together on October 18th, No King's Day.
Are you lashing out in fear? Because I'm not. Are you afraid? Are y'all afraid? Because they've done this like 16 times before, and I'm not lashing out. I'm not afraid. It's actually homecoming weekend here. I'm not on the 18th. I'm going to be doing a lot of other things. I don't know about you guys, but I got shit going on. What about you?
Well, I mean, rumor has it too that this is all part of the shutdown plan on the part of Democrats. So they are, the reason that we're still shut down is because they're waiting, I guess, for this day, because I think it was Chris Murphy, who actually said that this rally, this multi-city rally, is going to change something. Like, this is going to do something. I'm sorry, but people protesting, they've got a right to do it, and yay for the right to protest. But what do they think is going to happen as a result of that? We're going to just see how mad they are. Okay, well,
yeah,
right.
It does absolutely. It does nothing. It does nothing. Just like the 16 other No Kings protests that you guys have done that didn't mean anything either. So I don't think.
And the economic shutdowns, like they've tried.
Like, don't spend money, and everybody's like, whatever. Like, we're just ignoring you. These people are just toddlers. Life goes on around you, and you're screaming and having your tantrum, and the adults in the room are like, we're ignoring you because you're children. You're just children. Let the adults in charge handle the shit, which is what Trump is doing. Yeah. He has created peace in 8 different places while you guys are having your tantrum over here. But tell us about fascism and some sort of okay.
It's so dumb.
It is so dumb.
And now there are predictions. The prediction market is suggesting that this government shutdown could be the longest in history. They're forecasting it to last more than 35 days. So that's bad. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. They need to get their crap together. I don't know when Democrats are going to come around, but they're being absolutely ridiculous. And they're trying to say that this is somehow now about saving healthcare, which is so much more broken because of Democrats. Elizabeth Warren is one of the idiots that is trying to pretend that this is all Republicans' fault.
Republicans would rather shut down government than make sure that your healthcare costs don't go through the roof. That's what this fight is all about.
And cue Mike Johnson saying, actually, here are some simple facts. Obamacare was created and passed entirely by Democrats. And since it took effect, health insurance premiums have skyrocketed, which is something we all predicted that they would do. Right. And the Obamacare COVID-era subsidies were also passed entirely by Democrats and are set to expire at the end of this year. Democrats have increased the costs exponentially and are now shutting down the government as they try to cover up their own failures and try to blame Republicans.
Yeah, it's time for Democrats to reopen the government. You jackholes. It's time for you to do it. And we don't want to pay illegals. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of paying for the health care of criminals. I don't want to do it. I'm tired of doing it. We're broke. I don't know if y'all know this, but we're broke. We can't afford it. We can't afford them, and we can't afford their health care. GTFO.
Exactly.
That's what I voted for.
Exactly right. She also was one of the Democrats who tweeted just some ridiculous thing about yesterday's historic events without naming Donald Trump, and basically said, we need to focus on this and this and that. And everybody was just like, who's this we that you speak of? And JD because he is like the most epic troller ever. He tweeted in response to her, "The president told me that he did this on Indigenous Peoples Day in honor of you."
Oh my God.
He's just the best person ever right now.
That stuff alone, he gets my vote. He gets
I know,
my vote.
right?
2028. Done. It's sealed.
Oh my God. There's just no
I
one.
love him.
No one trolls better. I mean, that was
love it.
so much perfection. Now, there were oddly, weirdly, very surprising people who came out and said good things about President Trump's achievement. One of those people that completely took me off guard was Leon Panetta, but in fact, he did. Take a listen to this.
This achievement, and it is a significant achievement, would not have happened without United States leadership. President Trump deserves a lot of credit for bringing the parties together.
I mean, I, for one, am stunned by that. I was not expecting it from him, you know?
Yeah, it probably hurt a little, you know?
It probably hurt a little.
Yeah, but good for him. You know, he's trying to get right. He's trying to get right with the Lord.
Maybe so.
You know, there you go. That's what it is.
And then I don't know when this clip is from. This is a clip of Alyssa Farah from The View from months ago. But I think it would be wise for people to sort of at least tangentially pay attention to The View today, because here is what she said some months ago. And a lot of people are tweeting it at her and holding her to her words. Here they are.
My point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, it's not changing a tune. It's not making every single thing a 5-alarm fire.
Yeah.
If he does good, if he gets the Israeli hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show and say, thank you
Please
for
don't do
doing
that.
it.
Yeah.
And then she'll knock it right off my head. But like,
don't do that.
you have to be able to cheer for wins when they happen and then call out relentlessly the wrongdoing.
Okay, so
let's
she
see.
gonna wear that hat? That was
I don't know.
That was Christmas. It was Christmas time.
I mean, people
Y'all-
are making sure that she remembers that.
She's gonna wear that hat. It also makes me want to put my tree up. I'm not gonna lie. You guys,
You're so close. You're so close.
So close to November 1st, you guys. So freaking close. I can taste it.
Marjorie Taylor Greene has completely lost her mind, and she has decided, she was on with Matt Gaetz, who also has been a
Lost
huge
his
disappointment. And I consider him another dodged bullet, frankly, because remember, he was Trump's initial pick for AG.
Right.
And I just thank God that he's not in that role.
And people were mad, but Trump obviously saw something that we didn't. You know what I mean? There's something there that they saw that we were like, well, I mean, he'd be really good. He'd be a bulldog. He'd be bad. And then he was like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and go with this other choice. You know what I mean?
Well, there was a lot of backlash. And I think he was like, okay, some of this backlash sounds legit.
Right.
And I'm going to take that under advisement.
Yep. Yep.
But Marjorie Taylor Greene was on Matt Gaetz's show on OAN yesterday, and he was saying, you know, what do you make of today's events? And she had the absolute unmitigated gall to suggest that we should be watching Israel to make sure that they hold up their end of the deal, as if it's not the terrorists that we should be worried about. I cannot stand this woman.
I really am so proud of President Trump. This is a true historic achievement. And this is a war that I've been very vocal about, especially in the past few months. I've been against it, and very much against America's involvement. But what we really need to watch for is, will Israel uphold their end of the bargain, or will they continue the war in Gaza?
Continue the
and then
war.
we also need to see if this is going to be continued, if they're going to want to attack Iran again, and how will that affect the entire Middle East?
What a ridiculous take.
Yeah. I mean, explain what happened on October 7th, you know, and if somebody did, and I would hope that if somebody did that to us, we'd be fighting back too, lady. Yeah. They've lost the plot.
Yeah. They
and
really
they don't
have.
understand.
It's
They
so
don't see,
disappointing.
and they don't see the big picture of all of this. You know, they just don't. You and I had a discussion about this in pre-show, and it's just like, I am America first, but I also understand the importance of where Israel is in the world. If Israel is lost, we are effed, you guys.
They are the frontline defense against Islamism. How do people not understand this?
I don't understand it. Can they not see that that Islamism is a cancer that is spreading? And if Israel falls, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not exempt. We're not exempt. I mean, I don't understand how these people, unless they are compromised somehow, and that people are quick to point out that you're getting $7,000. You're getting $7,000. It's like, okay, well, what are you getting? Because I haven't
First
seen
of all,
a
we're
check.
not getting $7,000.
I'd love to get $7,000, but I mean, we're not. But that's it. But I'd love to turn that around and go, what are you getting for supporting a terrorist? What are you getting? Because I don't get it.
Do you not see the horseshoe? Do you want to be a part of that horseshoe? Do you really want to be aligned with Nick Fuentes and freaking Kanye? Like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
I don't understand this transformation of so many people that I used to respect.
With people that are saying that the Holocaust didn't happen. What in the actual hell?
Yeah, I don't get it at all. There are the randos out there on the internet who, again, I mean, it's no surprise that there's people that can't give Trump credit for anything, but to not give him credit and then instead credit the entirely wrong group of people this hard is kind of amazing. I don't know who this chick is, but she is a moron. Behold.
No, I will not be celebrating that Donald Trump ended the war in Gaza, because he didn't. If anybody deserves to be recognized and praised for their efforts in ending this conflict, which is still not entirely ended, it is the people of Palestine. The people of Palestine have relentlessly fought for decades for liberation to still not entirely have it. So no, I will not be praising Donald Trump or his administration for ending the war, ending the conflict, getting the ceasefire deal, because it wasn't him. It was not Donald Trump that did this. It was the perseverance and the persistence of the Palestinian people that got us to where we are, that got them to where they are. It is their efforts, their loss, their pain, their struggles that have got them to this point. So no, I will not be acknowledging or giving any type of credit to Donald Trump and his administration, because they don't deserve it. The people who deserve credit and love and support are those of Palestine, those who have truly fought for liberation, those who have truly fought for their families, their people, not Donald Trump.
She just needs she's a boring and to dye her hair blue. She's like,
but I want her to explain the mechanics of how that worked then. If she wants to give credit to the Palestinian people, where was the meeting that all got worked out? How it's so stupid.
You're expecting a hippie weirdo to explain like the national security logistics. She can't do that. It's just because
so
everything that she just told you was all based on her
feelings. Yeah.
That's the liberal playbook. It's all feels, Mock. She can't, because she has such severe TDS. It's all about her feelings and she can't do it. The Palestinians. It's all bullshit.
It's such nonsense. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, just wow. So Time Magazine has Trump on their cover, and it says his triumph, the leader Israel needed, which was great. The write-up is fine. Trump, however, very unhappy about this photo.
I was wondering about the photo's a little weird.
So here's what he put on True Social this morning, if you want to read it.
Oh my God. Time Magazine wrote a relatively good story about me, but the picture may be the worst of all time. They disappeared my hair and then had something floating on top of my head that looked like a floating crown, but an extremely small one. Really weird. I never like taking pictures from underneath angles. Who does? He's right.
Right?
But this is a super bad picture and deserves to be called out. What are they doing and why? I agree. It's a bad picture. It is. Why would you photograph somebody from like up? It's like that's not flattering.
Yeah.
It's not
flattering
for anybody. I agree with him.
It cracks me up that he responded to it at all.
He's like, it's like, why did you get like a double chin and it's looking up and I'm bald? It's like, what are you trying to do? What are you doing? Yeah, I think that was on purpose. That was on purpose with purpose. That wasn't very nice.
It does seem like they chose an
Yeah.
unflattering photo on purpose.
Totally.
So we haven't spent much time talking about Letitia James since her indictment.
Big
The
Tish.
Big Tish. The day that she was indicted, she put out this 2-minute long video, just very, serious and low voiced, which is not her normal, but here's just a tiny bit of that.
This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system.
Okay.
He is forcing federal law enforcement agencies to do his bidding. All because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General. These charges are baseless.
Okay.
And the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost.
Really?
And what were her public statements
really.
back when she was campaigning?
I think we all know Big Tish and your nipple judge. You and the nipple judge. Remember him? You guys remember Nipple Judge? Yeah.
I mean, come on. This was a grand jury. This was regular people seeing evidence and making a decision based on evidence. You absolute hag. You should know how that works, Big Tish. So Anderson Cooper actually brought up to a panel of people, hey, should she really be saying that kind of stuff when she, in fact, was so vocal about how her only goal was going to be to figure out how to get Trump?
All right.
So here is how, I forget, it's Katzenberger, I forget this guy who's responding, but it's just so ridiculous. Here's that clip.
Jeff, I mean, according to PolitiFact, the day after she was elected in 2018, Letitia James was asked by a community activist if she was going to sue President Trump. And she replied, quote, "Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass. He's going to know my name personally." I mean, that's not a great look for somebody who has just been elected or just been campaigning, who hasn't even looked, I guess, at deeply at any evidence.
Well, that's, we live in a system where attorneys general and district attorneys in the United States, unlike almost any other country, are elected officials, are politicians. So they run for office making political statements. That's how our system works. It's not pretty. I don't think it's a great system, but there's nothing uncommon about it. The other point to make, though, is just because she made inappropriate comments, that doesn't mean she should get indicted for fraud years later.
Okay. Well, but what if she actually committed fraud? I mean, what in the holy hell? Like, this is the thing. If she committed fraud, no one is above the law. Didn't she say that like about 14 bajillion times? What in the world? And then she's like, she's got this grandniece too. Did you?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
And she gave the Nazi salute. I hope we're going to get to that too.
Like, no, I didn't grab that. Although she did do that I think it was last night at the Zohran or the night before
at Mom Donnie's rally. I mean, this lady. Well, I mean, I don't know if it was a Nazi salute, but it looked like one. And if a conservative would have done that, they would have been like,
I thought it was a Black Power.
It's like she
was it open-handed?
I don't know. I couldn't see her hand, but
regardless, it looked like that, like what we're doing.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna take a screenshot and be like, "They're Nazis.
They're Nazis." Okay. Yeah.
All right. Totally.
Well, but listen, despite whether or not she's guilty of mortgage fraud doesn't matter, because I don't know if you knew this, but all of us engage in mortgage fraud. Didn't you know that? And if you didn't know that, just hear it from CNN directly.
Oh, okay.
Aside for a second, what Tish James, and again, we're still getting the details, but if it's related to this mortgage issue, I mean, this is something that everyone in America, or many people at least, if you're lucky enough to be able to buy a house in America, you deal with this, right? The federal government doesn't go after all of these people for doing this.
What?
Does that...
Well, I assure you, I did not commit fraud. I'm pretty certain that I didn't do that. What?
You mean you didn't get a mortgage on a second home and insist that you would never rent it out and try to get lower rates on it by saying it was your primary home? You didn't do that? I thought everybody did that.
Not guilty. Did not do that. Didn't do it, you guys. I don't know. I do this weird thing, and it's called playing by the rules.
Right.
And doing legal things. It's really weird because I'm not her.
A criminal. Yeah.
I'm not a Democrat, so yeah, I don't break the law and then expect to be above it. You know, it's weird how that works.
It's crazy, but I guess we're unique because according to that CNN lady, literally everybody does this.
Everybody does
Everybody
it.
lucky enough to have a house.
Yeah,
so again, this is all stemming from the fact that she has like these multiple homes and she keeps saying, oh yeah, I live there all the time, therefore I should get like a, you know, primary home mortgage rate on it, when in fact she doesn't. And then she'll even buy homes that she will promise, no, I'm not going to rent this out. I know I'm not allowed to do that. And so that I should definitely get the best rates because I'm not going to be doing that. But she did. She rented them out to nieces who are total criminals themselves. In fact, one of them is a fugitive from the law.
Yeah, she's
with
wanted,
like a mile-long rap sheet.
She's wanted for grand larceny, burglary, and child abuse.
Look at these
That's
two.
what she's wanted for. I mean, like, what a hag. A criminal hag. So yeah, she's harboring fugitives in this home. I feel like that's a problem. Maybe
it seems like that would be problematic.
Bit of a problem. Oh my God.
So again, she was at this Zohran rally last night, and I don't have the Nazi or Black Power salute, but I do have her riling up the crowd, man. They just love it when Big Tish gets big mad. Here is a little piece of her speech.
You see, I know what it feels like to be attacked.
Which, really quickly, I was going to say, be on the lookout for that because she puts double syllables on words that don't have them at least 3 times. And that was the first time. But she does it more. Take a listen.
For just doing your job.
Jabba.
But I also know what it feels like to overcome adversity.
Oh, you're just a hero.
And so I stand on solid rock. And I will not bow. I will not break. I will not bend. I will not capitulate. I will not give in. I will not give up.
You okay? There's like growling there. She's like, I will not break. What was that?
She will not break.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, she will. She will bend when she goes to prison. I mean, I feel like she may be bending, you guys, just a little bit.
Well, and Zohran's got his own problems. It turns out that his campaign received about 13 grand through 170 foreign donations, which is, by the way, illegal.
Oh,
so that's a problem.
What?
It's a bit of a problem.
What do you want to bet that those foreigners are like of Islamic bent? What do you think?
Feels like that's probably a good bet.
I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying, I'm just floating a theory. I'm not, trying to canvass anything here. I'm just floating a theory. That's all.
We don't know.
We just know.
So, and Zohran, by the way, has apparently a rather problematic wife. And so there was a woman who made this video warning fellow New York Cityers of what they are getting, not just from Zohran, but from the spouse as well. Here she is.
There's someone even more dangerous than Mamdani for the future of New York City. This is not about Jews. This is about Western values. If you care about democracy, if you care about the future safety of New York City, you need to pay attention to the most ignored and most prominent person in Mamdani's life, his wife, Rama Douaji. Look at what she posted today. Rama Douaji does not even hide her disdain for Western values. When we are now in the wake of the biggest peace deal that will transform the Middle East, why would Mamdani's wife be pushing violence? Why would she be pushing this narrative at a time when even Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey are supportive of peace? She is here to disrupt life as you know it in New York City. She and Mamdani have no place in Gracie Mansion. They have no place being delivered the keys to the most important city in America. Wake up. This is not about the Jews. This is about Western values. Vote for Cuomo.
Shouldn't she be like silent in a burqa with like a slit?
Well, I mean, she's got to play a part right now where she looks super Americanized.
And then he should just look at her and be like, "Shut the hell up, lady," because isn't that what they're supposed? Isn't that what he should be doing at this point? I mean, I'm just putting that out there. She shouldn't have a voice at all, according to what they want, because that's like Sharia law, isn't it? That's what they want ultimately. So she shouldn't be allowed to drive or like talk, or he should be like escorting her around, or some male should be escorting her around, because isn't that what they want?
New York City,
y'all are screwed.
Y'all are so effed. One quick note about how much the media sucks. I thought this was interesting, and then we'll get to some fun things. But there was an accusation by the New York Times about relationships falling apart at high levels of the DOJ. And so they published this article, and Todd Blanche decided to respond to it saying, "Hey, Director Cash, the failing New York Times says that we don't like each other. I guess we'll have to stop hanging out after work. Those dummies, virtually every part of their reporting is exaggerated or fabricated per usual. If it wasn't for Wordle, nobody would subscribe." And I was super curious about what the community note was. So I opened it and it says, "You don't need a subscription to play Wordle." Which I thought was so funny. But anyway, New York Times.
So great. I love it. It's true.
New York
you
Times,
don't.
Yeah,
you don't
you
need a
don't.
subscription. You don't. You don't. To play it every day. It's true.
New York Times responded and said, "The Times' article is based on conversations with 7 current and former administration officials with direct knowledge of the working relationships inside the JD. We are confident in our reporting." And so Dan Bongino was like, "I have direct knowledge and can state with certainty that your story is trash." I mean, can you imagine that they're using these 7 mysterious people and not just asking the actual people?
Oh my God.
Hello.
Yeah, and they're like, "We're BFFs." It's
my God.
You're right. The only good thing is Wordle, and I hate the new one. I mean, there's a new one on there. It's just they have new. You know what I'm talking about? They have
the new games.
Yes, I don't. They have new games, and I want to.
Oh, I don't like the. It's like Pips is really stupid.
Yes.
I don't like.
What
I don't
is
like
that? It's trash. Stop it. Stop trying to make Pips happen. Stop it. Nobody wants your trash new game. Okay. The story's trash. The new game is trash. Stop it.
It's true. It's true. All right. We're going to kick off some fun stuff today by showing you how you should. It's never too late to get in shape. This woman, I'm so mortified and embarrassed by myself in comparison to this absolutely amazing woman, 80-year-old woman from New Jersey. Just finished the Ironman World Championship in 16 hours, 45 minutes, and some change.
Amazing.
You guys, I get sleep-related injuries, okay?
It's amazing.
I cannot even comprehend this.
She's remarkable. I will tell you though, when they finish at the Ironman, it really pisses me off. I don't know why they do this. They have to go uphill. It's just like, why do they do that? Why do they do that at the finish? Can they not just make it downhill at the end? Can they not do that? Because you can tell when she was finishing, she was like, "Oh God, are you kidding me? I mean, I'm 80. Come on." But I mean, she is remarkable in every way.
This is wow. And she didn't start doing this kind of stuff until her 60s. So, I mean, there's still hope. And I'm not allowed to now with a knee replacement.
Yeah, I would.
But like, I'm using that as an excuse forever.
Well, if it wasn't for I used to run marathons. I can't do the marathon thing anymore. But if it wasn't for that, I would think, okay, well, maybe I could try. But yeah, I can't. There's certain things that I can't do. But man, what a feat.
I know. Here's a little tiny bit of video coverage from the win and of her, because she's just, wow, what an amazing woman.
Yes. See, you have to go up.
80.
Oh my God. She's just amazing. Look at her.
Yeah, do that. Come on. USA.
Just incredible.
Remarkable.
Incredible.
I know. She's amazing.
That just puts me to shame.
Right.
All right. Next up, we have a cat who has a favorite pet snake, like a little stuffed pet snake. And this is the cutest thing I've ever seen, you guys. This cat wants to share its meal.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Can you even?
That is
I cannot.
darling.
I know. It's the cutest thing ever. It's
Okay,
like,
I've
you
always-
eat some too.
Cats are usually jerks, and that cat is not. And I just
No, that cat is not a dick. That cat is not a
cat
dick.
is not a dick. God bless him and his sweet little heart.
I know. He just wanted so badly for the snake to share. So I'm just like, that's the stuff that makes my heart explode into a million pieces.
That's why the internet was invented, you guys.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Steve said, "Hey Daisy, you should get a cat with a pet snake." I should. I totally should. That's right.
Next up, we have a pet squirrel who loves getting massages with a toothbrush.
Oh my God, Ma. Look at his hand.
I want it.
Good morning.
I need one. Look at how
He's
precious.
such a sweet baby. Look at him. He's like, Mark, Mark, Mark. It is a very emotional show today, William. It is. It is. Like, damn you, Mark.
Sorry.
We're all so emotional with the squirrels and the non-dicky cat and the reunions.
Okay, well then one more, which is also
Okay.
just like such a it'll make your heart hurt with like the glees. It's a good kind. It's from that gal on Instagram who posts good news every single day.
Yes.
And this was just the most precious story.
A man in
Oh my
Australia
God.
heard a commotion in his yard and went to investigate, only to find that his golden retriever had picked up a hitchhiker,
What?
a baby koala bouncing on her back as she trotted around. Both the dog and the joey seemed equally thrilled with the situation, with Denny looking proud and the koala clinging tightly like a tiny jockey. Denny's human, Steve, said he couldn't believe his eyes at first. While koalas do regularly pass through his property, he's never seen one use his dog as a shuttle service before. But Denny, who Steve describes as very friendly and maternal, might have stumbled upon the joey while they were exploring away from their mother. Looking for warmth and comfort, the little koala might have mistaken the fluffy golden retriever for mom and hopped on for a ride. As cute as it was, Steve knew he needed to step in. So he
Oh my
told Denny
God.
to sit and carefully loosened the joey's grip from behind. He
I
placed the
cannot.
koala in the nearby tree for the mother to come collect her baby. And sure enough, within 15 minutes, the mother koala came by to reunite with her adventurous child. No doubt prepared to give a lecture on stranger danger. Steve checked in on them the next day, and Mom and Joey were still in the tree together, and all order was restored. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
That's
Isn't
so
that the cutest?
sweet.
Can you imagine like one of
Precious.
your dogs showing up with a koala
It's
on
a dream.
its back?
It's a total dream. Yeah. It's so interesting you say that because our neighbor who we get our Brahmins from, we get our Brahmin steers from one of our neighbors who's an actual legit rancher. We're just like hobby ranchers. She wrote me the other day and she's like, "Hey, there's a kangaroo up for adoption." And I have not told you about it. because I know, right? And she's bottle fed and it's a she. And she was like, "You need to get this kangaroo." And I'm like, "We do not have the facility for a
Yes, you do.
kangaroo." And
Yes,
I'm like,
you do.
We don't have a barn. We don't have a legit barn. I mean, I don't know. I need to find out like what they eat. I don't know anything about kangaroos. What the hell do I know about kangaroos?
Easy things, and
And I
they're
think
so soft,
Right? And so
Oh
I'm like,
my
I
God.
go, Jen, you need to get the kangaroo. And then I can see what the deal is with the kangaroo because she's got a huge operation over there. I said, and then
Yeah.
if I could take it, then maybe I could take it.
Oh my
'Cause,
God.
You know, so I have to check with her today to see if she's actually gonna like adopt this kangaroo. But she was serious about this kangaroo. Put it in the cabin. Should I put the kangaroo in the cabin?
You could.
I-
You could. I'm so
hesitated-
excited about
I
this.
hesitated to even say anything to you.
Oh
because
my
I was
God.
Like, he's gonna harass me about this kangaroo. Chris is like, no kangaroo. But she apparently
Why?
listen, I don't it's not like one of those jacked up kangaroos that's gonna kick my ass. Okay?
Right.
I don't want one of those. It's like a
A sweet mama.
a sweet mama female kangaroo that is that was, you know, hand fed as a baby, and it's very domesticated
and docile and soft.
But how do you get kangaroos in Texas? Like, who gets a kangaroo? This is
that's a good question. Like, how
I know.
it
Look
ended
at
up
Mox Joy.
there?
Annie, look at Mox Joy. I know, right?
Oh my God,
I
love
mentioned
this.
kangaroo, and she's like, I know.
Because they're so.
This is why I
precious.
hesitated to mention it until right now, because I knew
it's one of the softest animals, you guys. It's one of the softest.
Joink.
Once you feel it, you're gonna be like, yeah, I need this. I gotta have it. Because they are so soft. They're like the cozy earth blankets. Like, that's how they feel. You know what I mean?
Yes,
for real.
You're right. I'll keep you posted.
Sure.
I'll keep you posted on it.
Okay, we've got some thank yous. We've got one from yesterday from Lisa Schultz, who said, you should cover the emergency naked bike ride in PDX to protest Trump sending in the troops. It was freezing that day. First thing I thought was those soy boys' dicks couldn't get any smaller, even in the cold weather. Love you too. By the way, we would have covered it if we could have shown it, but like, we would immediately get kicked off of YouTube for having all that nudity. It was disgusting.
All the nudity. Yeah, it was pretty gross.
God.
It was pretty
So
disgusting.
gross.
And it was women too.
It was everything. It was all kinds of penises and just giant boobs everywhere. It was disgusting.
Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody.
No.
Literally nobody. Over on Locals, Judy Flood said, yesterday was an awesome day for Israel and the U.S. It could only happen with Donald Trump, which is 100% true.
True. Very true.
And then today on Venmo, Lisa Bowler said, listening to Monday's show and during the crazy Candace bit, and my husband declared her as Candace Olbermann. Love you, chicks. Colleen W. said, military paycheck is pending in my account for the 15th. Looks like Commander-in-Chief Trump made it happen for the troops, which you knew he would.
Yeah.
Nancy Katz said, the hostages reunions. I bawled. I thought I cried all the cries yesterday, and I'm crying as I write this. Thank you for always speaking so strongly on behalf of the Jewish people. Now you.
Marcy Peralez, good morning, Malcolm Daisy. Have a wonderful day. Happy birthday to our insider, Harley Cat. Happy birthday, Harley. Mike Sassman, Biden did help. Can't stop a war if it doesn't get started to begin with. Right, Mike? Robin Dye, wear red today for Charlie's 32nd birthday. And America. She said that again. She said that twice. Robin Dye said wear red today for Charlie's 32nd birthday. Aaron this is one of the many reasons the creator deflected a bullet in Butler, Pennsylvania. We have another year of winning before the midterms and after, who knows? If only Pam Bondi weren't such a LLWL.
LLWL.
Lying, something
liar.
Lying
liar who lies.
Lying liar who liars. Yeah, there you go. Lying liar who lies. Bo Mama 8. Oh my God, y'all. Me watching hostage family reunions while trying to put makeup on for work. I know, right?
Sorry.
Paula Johnson. Amen. Alleluia. Blessed be the peacemakers. That's right, Paula. Paula Johnson, they have not done their job for so long that any form of discipline, accountability, or law enforcement seems tyrannical for them.
Yeah,
this king shit is idiotic. It is, Paula. Arner, the Dems want to make sure the military doesn't get a November 1st paycheck because Hegseth is too successful. Take my military retirement money. Thank you, Arner. Melissa Tuttle, stand up against ISUM.
ISUM.
I don't know what that is. ISUM? I don't know what that is. Karen Elliott, movie recommendation, Denial, a true story of a legal case in England about Holocaust denials. Taught me a lot. Love you, chicks. God bless USA. Okay. Brad Brown, I think that with reparations, we should give it to them and send any country they choose, but don't stop there. All people who are anti-American should be given money to leave. Love you, chicks.
I don't know about giving them money. Just
I know.
Get out.
Well, it's kind of like what the illegal immigrants were like, here's $1,000 GTFO. Yeah. I think that's super generous. If people are anti-American, I'm happy to give them $1,000 just to GTFO, as long as I don't have to deal with them ever again. Yeah. Aaron Krieger, for Daisy's kangaroo adoption fund, do it. Hashtag Team Mock, take my money.
That's right.
That. I'll check with Jen today and see where that stands. So you guys are bringing it in. We're bringing it in. I still have to go to my post office. I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. So I will do that today at some point, you guys. Everybody have a beautiful Tuesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.